You excited? I know I am. It finally showed off. So, for the past little while, I've been working on random dungeons. And as you can see, I've got a dungeon here generated. And the nifty thing, at a click of a button, we can re-randomize it. And the layout is going to be slightly different each time. Now, boy, did it take a little bit to sort of figure out. It's not doing a good job now, is it? Well, there's some slight changes. We will luck into one where this first room does not generate. Or something else generates in it, like the stalactites. There's the stalagmites, whichever one is the bottom one. But I gotta say, I am super happy with how this turned out. It did take a lot longer than I wanted to map everything out. Of course, when I choose not to use the door is when we get a different one. So essentially, it uses a whole bunch of different puzzle pieces. That's the best way to think about it, and it just jams them together randomly to come up with different layouts. So there are a finite amount, but the amount is, quite large that you should notice at least little changes every time. And it means also that my map is almost ready as well. Because this is the last feature I want to implement, and obviously the biggest. But enough about that, let's go over how exactly this is working. So, you can sort of see it here, a little progress bar. We'll clear it up. Nice and gone. And we've got a chain of command blocks. So, I've expanded upon what I've shown off in the previous videos when I've talked about modular dungeon generation. And these are everything put together in the proper order and processing different bits of information, such as features within the room, walls, spawners, loot, my own loot boxes, as well as whether or not to generate X room, Y room, and so on. And I will go ahead and trigger this scoreboard command. So first off, I need to clear the... Oh, no. We can see it load, but nothing's going to generate. The reason for that is I have this little arm stand, and this is our key mechanism. So everything being generated is generated off of an arm stand with two different tags. If it has build, the room will be built, and then if it has clear, the room will not be built. This allows me to linearly develop a expansive dungeon on top of the nether. So if we go ahead and remove his tag, remove clear, perfect. We can go ahead and trigger the dungeon system. And as you can see, it's loading it portion by portion. The reason for this is the randomizer I use. So if I do scoreboard objective, set display, sidebar, randomizer. This operates every 10 ticks or half a second, meaning that I need to slow down the generation if I actually want to make use of the randomizer. Previously, the way I had set up, everything operated 1 tick, meaning that whatever the randomizer was set to determine the whole dungeon, meaning there was only 16 options. It's now split up into different segments. I think there's 5 segments, so that's 5 times 16 for the possible outcomes. So a lot more, essentially. But yeah, so if we load up the scoreboard, and this is how I will trigger the system. So we've got Be Easy, because it's build easy dungeon. We'll click 1, you can see, loads 1 segment, 2nd segment, 3rd, and then clears. And from that, we get our dungeon here. And I can go ahead, clear the tag again, and we can watch from the top here. So it's picking room by room, and then puts in the doors. Once more, rooms, then the doors. Pretty damn cool, if I do say so myself. A little bit of kinks. Obviously, this is meant to be a boss room, but I generally don't like the idea of loot generating it. I mean, it's not too bad. It's more so to do with the way I generate loots. I would need them to be cleared if the boss room is meant to spawn. The easiest way to do that is just to tack onto the end of the boss room chain, this one, just to kill any of the arm stands before they can actually develop the shulkers. But okay, so let's go over a room. So the way the rooms work, the first one should be, we'll go with this one. Okay, so we can see here, execute at the arm stand as long as it has the tag build but not clear, if closest player's randomizer is between 6 and 15. So I've allotted different values or weighting to the different rooms. So this has a, how many digits is that? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, So it's about 10 digits, so 10 out of 16 is the percentage chance. I think they work out to 60, 70%-ish to generate the room. And if it does, it's going to create a hollow mud brick box, which then goes through another chain of randomized sequences. So this one is a wall. So if the randomizer is between 6 and 15, but not 8 and 10, if that can make a little bit of sense, it's going to fill in a mud brick wall within that room. And essentially, I just have 12, 2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 13. I have 13 different puzzle pieces, if you will, that will be mapped out in the room and chosen randomly to generate, meaning 10 outcomes, so it's 16 by 5 by 10 by 13, if that makes sense. There's a lot of combinations. It should be pretty neat to see in action generating a larger structure than just obviously one little box. I will also, I think, decrease the appearance of the boss room. I definitely want to make it a bit rarer. Whew. We'll hop back into the other world, so we can sort of talk about a few more things. Right, so we're back where it all began, where I mapped everything out, and then mapped out some more, and boy, oh boy, has it been a journey. Definitely the funnest project I've done so far. I'd almost say it's been more entertaining to me than the whole map. This is definitely the crowning feature, and I think I've done a good job at polishing it off. So obviously, we've gone over the command sequence before. It creates a bedrock box, fills it in, and then picks the rooms. But obviously, in the actual world, you can see how it randomly picks between the rooms, and then it fills in the air blocks, and everything's good to go. The way the whole process is going to be executed in my map is on top of the nether. You will be able to generate an armor stand in 0, for instance, and it's going to create a box. Then from there, it's going to generate the next armor stand if you have the right requirements. I think I'm going to use experience, so it costs 1 experience per room, and it's going to continue to sequence out in a spiral. And each of these, you got to remember, are 3x3 chunks. So this is going to become a very large, very randomized, fun, explorative dungeon. And I think that's pretty decent for being in vanilla, having the ability to generate a random structure that is actually random and does not use jigsaws or structure blocks. Because again, just for give a bit of clarity on my mentality, the reason I don't want to use data packs, structure blocks, jigsaws, or anything like that is, in essence, it's the same thing. You still need to call upon the functions. You can jam them all together into one sequence, but you still have to use the function command to actually load the function, meaning I still have to work with data blocks. I then also have to work with a linear system. So if you use functions, whatever function you set up, doesn't have a room or the ability to adapt and change or be meshed together with other stuff in fun ways. And that's essentially what Minecraft is all about. They give you these blocks and you have no idea, or at least they don't have any idea, what exactly people are capable of. Do you honestly think that they thought redstone would be what it is? That people could build computers in Minecraft? No, it's just a fun little mechanic. But because it is so open-ended, you can do so much more with it, and that's the concept I've tried to keep in all my projects, is I want them to be open-ended. And to that extent, I find that using command blocks are far better than data packs. Because if you work with data packs, it's essentially a mod, and in that case, it's not the core elements of Minecraft, at least to me. I hope that makes somewhat of sense. But yeah, I'm really glad I got to show it off. Obviously, this one's not as technical, but, you know, if you're watching this, if you got this far, let me know what you think. Pretty cool. You excited, in some part at least, to see what exactly I do with my map? I mean, this is all about me having fun playing, because I wanted a new experience, and as much fun as I've had as much fun as I've had making it, I know I'm going to have a ton more fun actually playing with all the features I've introduced. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.